Darth Vader Issue 2 sees Vader remember being with Padme on Geonosis before their execution, remembering how they fought together and loved one another despite Anakin knowing that their life would be a lie. In the present on Vendaxa, the woman who appears to be Padme Amidala demands to know who Vader is. The forensics droid knows that the similarities between the woman and Padme Amidala are astonishing, telling the woman who Vader is. Upon learning who he is, Padme opens fire on him, but Vader pulls the gun away from her, stammering to ask who she is. But the woman only confirms that she is Padme Amidala, queen, senator, and daughter of Naboo, who is back from the dead to haunt him. Vader begins to choke her as the droid says no one threatens Lord Vader. Vader begins to have flashbacks of when he choked Padme on Mustafar, causing him to give up and let Padme go. Grabbing her gun, Padme escapes the room as Vader is set upon by the Vendaxan land squid, who are only aggressive thanks to it being breeding season. Vader cuts them apart with his lightsaber as the droid follows after Padme, tracking her through the vast tunnels and finding her trying to escape through a gate. Vader uses the Force to pull her to him and tells her to tell him who she is and not to be afraid. Padme knows that she isn't afraid, but she is angry. Vader turns off his saber, telling her Padme is dead, but the woman wears her face and speaks with her voice, so he knows her to be a Queen Shadow, a handmaiden of Naboo. The droid realizes this, scanning her and revealing she isn't Padme, but Sabe, the Queen's double, and only notices a slight height difference that gives them away. Sabe tells the droid to get away from her as Vader knows that she was the one who broke into Padme's quarters on Coruscant a few years ago, wanting to know what happened to her. He wants to know if she learned anything, but Sabe just says that Padme fell and the Emperor ascended, so he killed her obviously. The droid knows how she phrased that question, she doesn't actually know what happened to her. Vader says that before Padme died, she was stolen away and hidden, and whomever did that betrayed the Emperor. Sabe knows that that doesn't make sense since she stood with the Jedi, but Vader knows that if she lived, Padme would have stood with the Emperor. Sabe knows that she never would have, but Vader knows he would find whoever took her and destroy them. The woman doesn't understand why Palpatine after all these years would even care about this, and Vader asks why she does. Sabe says that the people who hid her killed her, and Vader knows she wants revenge on them, but she fears him, telling her that the fear will guide her and together they can triumph against these people. Sabe however shoots at Vader, killing the squid creeping up behind him and telling him that her team was killing them for weeks, but they have been coming from the main nest and now they are angry. Together with Vader, Sabe battles the squids, causing Vader to remember his and Padme's fight on Geonosis. Soon the battle ends and the trio head for the surface, meeting with the Death Troopers, whom Vader says they will be leaving at once. Sabe however stops him, since she wishes to bury her fallen friends, and the forensics droid will be doing it. Vader forces the droid to help bury the people, as Sabe says that they were good soldiers who walked with her at Padme's funeral. She knows these soldiers will be mourned, unlike her and Vader. Marching to the shuttle, Sabe tells Vader that he can serve his Emperor and she will get her revenge. Leaving the planet, Sabe tells Vader that after Padme's funeral, they knew they didn't have the whole story, so she went to Coruscant and broke into Padme's quarters, stealing the security recordings, and there must be a clue to who really killed her, but she wasn't able to decrypt them since she didn't have the right tools. Before she could get the tools, however, the Empire showed its true colors and she and the rebels were needed elsewhere, so until they find the resources to decode them, she hid them on Naboo. Vader remembers his wedding on the planet, remembering Padme telling him not to be afraid, but Darth Vader knows he's not afraid, he's angry. Darth Vader Issue 2 confirmed what I think many of us suspected, in that the woman masquerading as Padme was in fact her handmaiden Sabe. I really enjoyed seeing Vader again caught off guard by this and forced to remember his past life and how he doesn't really know what to do with Sabe, which allows her to kind of get the better of him and force his hand and kind of take control of him a little bit. What really surprised me was Sabe actually teaming with Vader. Not willingly, mind you, but I like the idea that they both think someone actually killed Padme and hid her death and kind of covered it up, and I'm looking forward to seeing them kind of tracking down this mystery and see if they actually learn what exactly happened to her and if they actually learn about the real truth. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10.